Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Modern Woman Profession. Usually, I talk about a bash women not because I hate women, but because we're in a point of society where women cross the board, and we always say women are bad, women are this, women are that. Today, we're gonna dive into another video to show that what a good woman can be is by Adama Lorna, and send her some love and then subscribe, and then we're gonna see if she's on point or if she's not, and then we'll go dive into it. That's what I say.
Woman you want to be in your 20s. Stepping into womanhood. Because I found in the 6 years I've been in my 20s so far that some things you learn through trial and error and experiences, and other things you can draw on the experiences of women who are older and wiser or just may have achieved and are doing things in certain parts of life that you're not yet there. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today, some of the ways that you can step into your womanhood, from finances to fitness and appearance to hobbies, right? These things I feel like can just enrich your life as an individual, but also impact the way that you move through the world. So let's just get into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is appearance. Now, it may seem kind of shallow, like, well, that's what we're going to.
Women already know appearance is the key. That's why they spend makeup and then buy weave, hair, and then also do the nail. Like you can see, she got a big hair, and also makeup, lipstick. Also because women pay attention to all those appearance. The only time they don't pay attention to appearance is when they get older after 40s and when no one check them out. This is when they less focus on appearance. Now they're looking for their mind, but women always look for their appearance, especially if they start like in a heavy weight and then they are gaining weight. Now they're trying to lose weight to get the attention the man they want. Women always focus on that, but it's not only make sure that she's a good woman, it's gonna attract the man, every man. But the thing is, the matter is, women use the appearance to attract bad boy and then poke and wear, and then next thing complain about how men are evil. This is the part that's gonna be controversial, because the nice guy want a attractive woman which is very good in appearance, but she doesn't give him the time of the day. She always give the time of the day. Pookie is gonna use him, we use her, pump and dump her, and then next thing she's gonna be mentally damaged, and next thing chaotic, traumatic, and then next thing as she grow older, she become repulsed because she want to try to always attract those same kind of men, and then complain about it later. So appearance is the key. You're gonna be attracted a lot of men, yes, but at the end of the day, what you gonna do with the men that you attracted? Are you gonna be able to live with them, or you're gonna be able to preserve yourself for marriage? Most of the women they're gonna live for poke and worry, and the people in church when they are young, they're not attracted to that because the men in church are boring. Until they be went through, have their fun. Now they're gonna trap the men in church by using sex as a leverage in for relationship.
Going to start with, but there's no denying how important it is how you present in the world and how you feel about yourself. One of the most important things I did, one of the most powerful things, was to start a fitness routine, start a fitness journey as early as possible. It changed the way I felt about my body, my confidence, my health. All these things were impacted by me starting a fitness routine and finding things that worked for me. For me, it was lifting. Like, it changed my life, honestly. And one of the things I started talking about when I first started YouTube. But it doesn't have to be that for you, right? It could be Pilates, it could be swimming, it could be absolutely anything. But finding the things that work for you and for your body and help you to keep the shape that you want, whatever that is for you, whatever that means for you and the woman that you want to become, find your fitness routine as early as possible, because it will pay dividends like in the years to come. The reality is we're trying to look good not just now, like not just at 21, 22, 25, but also, past that, 30, 40. I'm trying to look good forever.
And also, you don't do it that for only yourself, but for your family, for your loved one. You can live longer, and also in the danger crisis, you can run. You can save someone and save yourself in danger. This is a less burden for you and the person around you. That's why you should go to a gym workout. It's a healthy season for you and for others. But the thing no matter is, women use that as an excuse because they say that most people don't take care of themselves. They say because they're lazy, or because they say that they are traumatic, they cannot do it. But if you set up your mind as your goal and then work out and then either walk and stuff like that, you will find the time to look on your body, because your body, you're gonna appreciate it. People gonna treat you differently, like she said, and also people gonna respect you because they show the discipline, the amount of work you put in, and people gonna look at you in a different way. That's why it is an appearance. But the thing of the matter is, women do their appearance because they can have a skinny shirt or skinny jeans, so they can have half naked and go to the street and dress as a street walker. That's the main reason women always do work on their body, just to extract the wrong men, and they go to the club, they do the party, and then the senior will be wasted, and it's to give it all that body that they work hard for to the street. And next thing you know, when they get those weight that they've been work hard for, when they gain them back, this is when they're gonna go back to the church and find a good man. This is the part. This is the I feel like it's a slap in the face for the good man. But your parents is a key. Working your parents is not only for men but for women as a child, everyone, because you the more appeal you are, the more attractive you look, the more person gonna want to talk to you. Maybe your energy gonna shift and people gonna want to be around you all the time.
Appearance isn't just a factor of fitness, right? If you're thinking about skin and hair and nails and also body, then what we put in our bodies is so important. And one thing I found in my 20s is to be cautious about the nutritional advice that I take on, and not just to take advice about diet and those sorts of things from anyone or any place or anywhere, and instead focus on what works for me through research and through trying things myself, because there are so many kind of information sources, so many people saying they have the answer to everything from veganism to carnivore, that it's easy to kind of get swept up sometimes in the hype or sometimes even the dogma associated with these, and start to veer away from things that are working for your body, and you stop listening to your body. That being said, I think there are some things in your 20s that we can kind of all agree on probably not the best things to pursue.
The reason why, because you're young, you got the energy, you got stamina, you got the endurance, and then if you set your mind to it, it's most likely gonna happen in your body. You're gonna go through it. As you get older, it's gonna be harder for you to achieve it and to have the same dedication and so on and so forth. So basically, start now, and later on, it's gonna be part of your life, and then you'd have to go work hard again for it, since you already have to do the prerequisites back then in the 20s and the 15 and your 10s. So basically, now you just enjoy life more and focus on other habits and keep going to work in your body in perfection until the way you like yourself. So that's what she's trying to say.
Like super high sugar diets, super highly processed diets, things that are really rich in vegetable oil. Generally, not so great. That's what I found anyway. Remember, this is not nutritional advice. So the final thing under appearance is about clothing, outfits effectively. And like I said, this is going to be an experimental phase. So you're going to look back at some of the outfits you wear and think, and are you sure that was the right decision? Right, but that's just part of the game. What I found is as I step into my womanhood in my 20s, right, and grow into that person and look for more pieces that are classical or more sophisticated or just look more put together, that I can draw on the information and experiences of women, again, who are older or who may be in the
I know she's not gonna say about women that dye her hair some color you should not supposed to wear, especially if a woman dye her hair red. That means she's in demon time. Don't even try to do that, because she's gonna wreck your life. She's gonna destroy your mentality. She's chaotic, and every time you see a woman dress up red, her hair dye her hair red, don't even entertain her, because that woman is a bad news. She's already traumatic, and she's out there getting revenge, and also piercing, and also tattoos, and also all that they have with the makeup. This was a trauma that she put outside in the world, and it's gonna impact on you. Appearance is a big key for men or women. It's the same thing as a man. If you work out, you need to put out some clothes that they fit you, that properly show your body, so you basically you attract the woman that you want. If you work out, if you clothes that you hide your body, not many people gonna look at you and see that you made your improvement. The more improvement you are, your clothes gonna show that, and people gonna respect that. That's why it is that about appearance. Is the way the people see you, they're gonna treat you accordingly. If the way you perceive yourself, you're gonna show it to the world. That's how it is. And the men of the world usually they're not mistaken, most likely, because when you show certain way, they're gonna treat you the way that you show, because they see that you don't have self-respect or you do have self-respect for yourself. Either way, they're gonna treat you accordingly, according to what they see. It's because they don't know you internally,
fashion
they
scene.
just
Like,
see what you do.
I am not really in the fashion scene and haven't been super with that my whole life, but I can look to them. Pinterest is one of my favorite places to go to. Apps, I have so many Pinterest boards dedicated to outfits. It's crazy right now. But I love that. Or I love watching women on YouTube who are a lot more knowledgeable in it. And I'll put some people up, but use these people and leverage these sources of information to find what works for you. And it's not about emulating anyone, right? You don't have to copy anyone. It's about finding what works for you and what you feel comfortable in, and what represents the womanhood that you are trying to achieve. So the next thing is about making money as you step into the woman that you want to be and the ideal version of yourself, right? And one of the most powerful things you can do in your 20s is to generate high income skills that you can kind of offer to people in terms of freelancing or in terms of being an employee. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, being able to do that is one of the reasons I've had the experiences and been able to buy the things that I want to, go the places I want to in my 20s.
The reason why it's good for you to work on your money is because you want to be a strength aspect to you, so you're able to manage that. Because if you don't have no concept how to use money on your 20s, when you go older, you don't know, you don't have the mentality of it, you're not mature, because all you see is spending, spending, spending. Still today, women still don't know how to use the money because they rely on the men to pay for them, because it's not their money. They're gonna spend your money and her money. She's gonna save it and then spend herself. So basically, to spend money, you gotta know pay what you really need and what you really need instead of what you want. For example, if you want to pay a new purse, for example, Calvin Klein or something like that, you don't really need it, but you can pay for $300. You can go to a store that's very cheap, and then you can buy for Macy's for $20 or $30. That you save $270. That $270, you can do something else with it. That's the mentality. It's not about for you to spend it, but for you to accumulate it and then use it as a wealth for yourself for next generation. But most women don't depend on that. They have their hair like $1,000, their clothes for 1,000, their shoes for 500, and next thing you know, they think they're good. But the thing is, they kill that money that can be grown, and then next thing you know, when they have something going on, emergency fund, they can go back and they use that money to take them outside from the loophole or from the tough situation and spend that money wisely. But women most likely they don't do that. They rely on the men money for the men to spend on them, also for the men to save for them as well, which is a double hard work for the men, because if he's spending on you and then you don't feel like he's spending enough on you and you want more, how can you save more and all you're working? How can you say that you're reliable with your money if you never has money? And not of that, some women are lying because they save their money just in case they can divorce and they have the money. So make sure the man is totally drained out from the money, and while they are making a bank. And that's why they say that men and women, they always wish they always have money. I remember back in the day, women, what they do when they have their money, they put under the mattress, they put on the backyard so the husband or the family can travel and use. But those women, they don't do that. They live according every day, spend on themselves, always me, me, me. But the generation that they don't think about their kids, their husband, their loved one, and then when they were either they're sick and something happened, they are gonna ask family members for emergency to help them out, which is the concept of all money in the 20s to help you build a future for your family and for your loved one when you get older. Because as you get older, you never know what's gonna happen if you can get sick or someone gonna get sick and they're gonna rely on you. And as a backup plan, since you already built that out of your 20s, you'll be stable and then next thing you know what to do until that season pass.
20s, right? It's because I learned how to code or program and some cloud engineering, and then was able to get a really good paying job for my age. But that being said, I think there is something very powerful that you can do whilst you still have the opportunity to take risks in your 20s, and that's finding your combinations. Now, what do I mean by this? Effectively, your combinations is a set of skills that you have that you can put together, pull together in a way to make money, and you're still drawing on your interests and skills. For example,
Most women those days, the skills are only fans. Sign up to my channel and then pay for only phone for 395 for 599, and next thing you know, that's the skill they provide. And in that money, they can spend it on their look and their body, have a baby and stuff like that. And also the money most of the women has, that's what's required for the men to have 150K, because the way they live in it exceed their income. And then next thing you know, they rely on the men to pay bail them out one, and then two the men subsist for themselves, and then on top of that, the man has to be able in a emergency to already for that, which is kind of impossible most of the time, because most men they don't have concept for money, or even they do have the concept of money, but they're trying to deny it because they always rely on the man for the bailout plan. That's why they use marriage as a retirement plan, because the marriage always pay for their debt that's before the marriage and also keep them in not out of debt. And then once they achieve that goal, now they rely on that same main money to have alimony and child support for the men to keep paying that money for them, so they won't be able to go on the depot, and next thing you know they can spend money like regardless recklessly, so the another man can bail them out. That's why you see money in women in their 20s, they don't see money as valuable, they see money as important for them to attract the richest men, and also the more money they have, the more they require for the men to earn more in order to attract it to be on that level, which is craziness.
Example, if you are a programmer, somebody who codes, but you also happen to be a very good public speaker and somebody who can, interact well with the camera and presents really well, and you also have marketing, social media skills, this combination is out here earning people a lot of money. And you'd be surprised at how some of these combinations, how rare they are. So that's actually the same skill like programming and being tech savvy, but now you can configure it in a way that aligns more with the life that you want to live, right? The way you want to work, how you want to work, and where you want to work from as you step into this version of yourself. So that's really what I wanted to focus on here about making money. I have loads of other videos on my channel going deeper into certain things, but I think this is a really, really important component to think about in your 20s as you're crafting the life you want. So the next thing I want.
So this is the two aspect we're gonna cover today. Tomorrow we're gonna cover the other aspect. So money is simple as that. Build a future, build your income now, your net worth, so later on you can enjoy it, and then with just your family. Most women don't have any skill. They don't go to school. They if they go to school, they learn some basic skill that's not gonna even do any effect in the society. For example, social identities, your so on and so forth. But people that are nurses, they don't really focus on the money. They are 3 or 4 sleeping with the nurses, with the doctor. Even though they have money, they're losing it, either they're smoking and drinking. So basically spend their hair and trip, and then after go back being broke. So the money is they have, they know they're making money, but the thing is they don't know how to keep money and preserve it and for that money to grow. So basically that's how it is. The more money she make, the more she willing to spend, and then more she gonna really ask for the men to bring on the table. And the difference is that the way you dress and the way the world gonna perceive you. If you dress up as a street worker, the world gonna treat you as street workers. And then if you dress up as a athlete, they're gonna treat you like as a discipline. So those are two aspects that she covered. Tomorrow we're gonna cover the other one. For now, cover those two. And as a beautiful woman, if you want to attract the men, you want to work first on your money, learn how to save, learn how to use that money properly, make saving, and also buy something you need, not something you want, and also dress up for people to dress up, take you seriously if you want a serious relationship. But if you don't care and they dress up half naked, hey, men say gonna use you, men gonna say gonna push you, but not for the only reason you think. For some reason you think because at that time your age can get older, and then you're gonna have more body count, and you're gonna be bringing more trauma, and next thing you know you're gonna be a different sort of mind, which is chaotic. It's not gonna be good in your 30s. When you go out of the world now, you want a serious relationship, you already have all that thing but garbage in your 30s that you have in your 20s. Now the men have to work harder in order to make a razzle and to have the relationship, which is a bad combination for the men. And if you like my video, thumbs up.